Hi Scorpio, welcome to your June 2022 Love and General reading. I just tinged you. We've just set off the bell. Maybe that was meant to be, clearing the energy. Okay, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers, everybody is welcome. Ooh, Two of Cups in the shuffle. Let's see if it comes out. Gosh. What do we need to know for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, June, oh my God, 2022. Strong cards, Scorpio, from the get-go. God. I can see a bit of a story here, Scorpio. Something that's gone on for a bit of a long time for you, and something you've been waiting to hear about. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Oh, gosh. Scorpio, this might have something to do with a betrayal or some kind of something that went on behind your back. Now, I've never met a Scorpio that didn't have some idea if something was going on behind their back. It's a Scorpio trait, you know, that you're, fool. You do know that Scorpio's like the emotional detective. It feels to me like there's been some kind of incident or story that's been going on for a while. Let me show you the cards, okay? I'm just going to go straight down and look at the cards, do a little bit of focusing, a bit of straightening up. For some reason they always look wonky to you when they look straight to me, so we'll just sort that out. Okay, stick that there, put that there. Okay, Three of Swords as your overall energy card. So when I get the Three of Swords as a tarot reader, I'm always on the lookout for if the Seven of Swords is in the picture, because these two, when they get together and have a party, they're telling you that there's something afoot, there's something underneath the surface, there's something that you need to know, okay? Now for some of you, most of you in fact, you do already know this. It can be third party, it can be just that there is some kind of interference in a situation that you're involved in, and that is the third sword. Now, when I see the Three of Swords and then we see the Seven of Swords, I kind of look between the two of them. And in the Seven of Swords, as we can see here, if we look down a bit more, you get somebody who is making off with Five Swords and he's looking back at the other two. And he's thinking to himself, you know, I got away with this. Can I get away with going back for the other two? Is this as much as I can manage, or is there more to be had? It can be betrayal. It can be someone stealing your trust. It can be somebody like lying or, stealing from you in actuality or in kind of psychologically stealing. I feel like for some of you, this is somebody on the outside. It's not necessarily somebody you're incredibly close to, but it's somebody who's in your vicinity, who's in the vicinity of your situation. If you notice on the Three of Swords that the person is at a kind of like a festival, if you think of your life as the festival and what you've got going on, maybe your relationship with somebody or what's going on your social media or, you know, your friends, your circle, your tribe, this person's kind of on the outside. And I would say they were probably wishing they were on the inside, but they're not. So they kind of interfere. You know, it's your classic kind of cuckoo territory. Now, you might be dealing here with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be an ex for some of you, especially if you've become interested in someone else, you've met someone else, or maybe you were hung up on this ex for a really long time and you kind of wanted to get back together with them. And then you kind of got over it, you know, or you thought to yourself, actually, I'm not sure, you know, you started to recover. It feels like this person is not too happy about that. You know, it could be somebody who sees the potential of you being happy with someone else and thinks, no, I'm going to come back into the camp, you know. It could also be somebody who's got their eye on your person, a third party, a friend in inverted commas. It just feels like it has the energy of someone coming in from the outside. And then we've got this Devil card in the middle. That's really significant. When you get the Devil card, and let's have a bit of a closer look at the Devil card. When you get the Devil card, you've got two people who are chained to each other, but they're also chained to the Devil. There's a feeling here of being in a situation you can't break out of, a situation that feels slightly toxic, slightly difficult, slightly secret, slightly underground. It can be quite charged with chemistry, sexuality, secrets, lies, addiction, love addiction. It's definitely the kind of darker side of things when you get the Devil. Now, it's really important when you get the Devil as well, not to ignore that this can go back. This can be patterns, it can be family, it can be ancestry, it can go back a long way for you or the other people that are involved. But nevertheless, this situation for me, I think it's been going on for about 3 months or so in particular. And it's kind of intensified. I'm going to take a clarifier for that Devil card. Let's have a clarifier for the Devil. By the way, if this resonates with you, Scorpio, there will be an extended reading and the link will be in the, in the description box. Now then, that's interesting. So for the Devil card, I get the Two of Cups. Wow. Let's hone back out again. Do you know what I notice? And this happens when you get the Devil with the Two of Cups. Both of them have got a couple in them. And in the Two of Cups, you've got two people whose union is being blessed by the angel behind it, okay? And in the Devil card, you've got two people whose union is almost being blessed by the Devil. This is like the dark and the light side of a relationship. When it's good, it's really, really good, Two of Cups. And when it's bad, it's horrid. Okay, some of you might be involved in a push-pull situation, a hot-cold situation, a situation where sometimes it is really, really good and the connection is really, really good. And sometimes you're tearing each other apart a bit. You know that you're not particularly good for each other. Now, this could be an ex where you were very hot and cold with this person. They were very hot and cold. Everybody was hot and cold. It was on, it was off. It had that kind of stormy, tempestuous quality to it. Maybe it had that makeup breakup kind of, you know, hot quality going on. There's something about this that's very much coming into the now. Because we also have over here the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is like the karmic card. It's the childhood sweetheart card. It's the karmic love card. It's the longing, the going back. It's the feelings of nostalgia. Especially for some of you, if this person smelled really good to you. You know, they had that kind of smell. This came up in a love reading, I think, a few weeks ago. Like keeping an item of someone's clothing because of how they smelled, or just that they always smell good. You know, even if they'd done a 10-mile run and hadn't showered, this person's pheromones were kind of really on point for you. Okay, the top line of this is quite dramatic. We've got the Devil, we've got the Seven of Swords, we've got this Six of Cups, we've got pangs of the past, somebody thinking about you, somebody wanting you, actually, somebody really wanting you with that Devil card. And in some cases with this, somebody feeling they could do a lot better this time, that they could offer you the light side, that they could offer you the Two of Cups, that they could redeem themselves, okay? And to this end, we got the Knight of Swords. I'll lift the card up, it's easier. And the Knight of Swords, again, possibly an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but somebody coming in with information, with news, with a request, with something to say, and they do it extra quickly, okay? The Knight of Swords is in a hurry. He cuts to the chase. He delivers the message. This is somebody who might have been thinking about this a long time, but suddenly decides to say it. And it can be over social media, it can be a message, a text message. It's quite often electronic when you get the Swords cards. The Magician, which I personally associate with Aquarius, makes me wonder about this person and your connection. This person and you have a connection that really goes beyond, sometimes goes beyond feeling that you're rational about them. They have some kind, I'm going to take another card for the Magician actually. They have some kind of magical quality to them. And I'm not saying that's all good, and I'm not saying it's all bad. I think it has the two sides to it. I think when it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. But for some of you, if you've already split up with this person and you've done the work to kind of get over them, you might feel reluctant about going back. Let's have a card for the Magician. Oh my God. Scorpio, what is going on? Leave me a comment. I want to know. Okay, itchy nose. Not surprised. What do I get for the Magician? The Lovers. Okay. Can you see, Scorpio? Initially, we've got the Devil card, so the Devil is blessing this union. Then we have the Two of Cups, where the Angel is blessing the union. Then we have the Lovers. This is the 3 cards in the whole tarot that have the couple. All 3 of them, if we put them together in the middle and focus on them, all 3 of them have the couple. The Lovers, again, is blessed by the Angel. It's got the 2 people. It's a card which is about making a choice in love. It's a card which is about the couple making choices about each other. And these choices are quite high stakes. You'll notice behind the woman here, we've got this, let's see if I can get it to focus. I'm going to just biddly-bop this camera back. That's better. It focuses better this way. Behind the woman, we've got a tree with some apples on it and a snake. And of course, this is always like a signifier. Women and fruit, you know, in tarot. And the snake, it's just telling us that it's like snakes and ladders. Relationship decisions, snakes and ladders, that's where you're at. Something about this could cause difficulty and trouble, and I think you already know that, and I think there's already been difficulty and trouble. But also something about this union is very much a union. I mean, look, we've got the 3 pairs there, and you've got the Devil, you've got 2 sets of angels. Angels are kind of winning at the moment, But at the same time, it's a decision I wouldn't take lightly. If this person comes to you, Scorpio, and they've got something to say, you know, it's obviously up to you whether you listen to them or not. Let's just hone in on the other cards a bit and look at those. I can see that this is a huge connection, and I can see that a lot's gone on, and I can see that it's very much linked to the past. We'll look at that one in a minute. But at the same time, this is so powerful that if this is somebody you have already split up with, or somebody you're kind of in a situationship with where you've come together and then it's been periods of separation, if you have got yourself back onto an even keel, I can see why this would knock you off your perch and you might be a bit cautious, okay? Down at the bottom here, and this is really interesting, we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. They've come up next to each other. That is a really nice, solid connection. Scorpio, I would say that this is what you're looking for. It's a true match of two people who are consistent, and two people who are careful, and two people who are similar to each other. Not necessarily the same, obviously, but they have the same values. King of Pentacles is someone who is really consistent and reliable. Queen of Pentacles, someone who's really consistent and reliable. They both have a lot of financial acumen. They both know how to live a life, you know, how to get on, how to treat people. Again, next to it, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is about a solid new beginning. Now, it is now here lined up with this Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is in the mix. This is a possibility for you, but at the same time, I would exercise a lot of caution over it, okay? Over here, the lovely Queen of Cups. This represents you, Scorpio. Queen of Cups uses her prescience, she uses her intuition. She's a bit like the High Priestess. This is a situation where common sense might not always tell you what to do. Rationality might fly out of the window a bit. And you might find, Scorpio, that you need to kind of tap into your juju a lot more than you normally do. I'm going to take a card. What do I want? Yes, for the Queen of Cups. Yeah. We get the Nine of Swords, and this, Scorpio, is the opposite of doing that. Nine of Swords, you've got all of the intellectual thoughts loaded above your head. You're all up in your head. You're up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's paranoia. It's difficulties. It's thinking. It's overthinking. It's future thinking. This is what we all do when we've got something to chew on. When the Knight of Swords has come in and said something. When we've received that text message and we don't know what to do. We think about it, okay? We overthink. This is going to get you into this situation where you're just becoming more and more unable to make a decision, which is the Lovers. Now, we do have the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is about cooperation and whether you can work together with somebody. Now, Scorpio, this is a decision you need to make about this person. They come forward with something and they tell you something that you've needed to know for a while. They make a revelation. They make an offer. Two of Cups. You need to think to yourself, but not really with thinking, can this work in the real world? And that's where your juju is going to come in. Okay, let's have, I'm going to take an oracle card for this. In the extended reading, Scorpio, I'm going to look at the Devil, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups in particular. Because I feel like those cards, those cards are particularly telling. I'm going to look at what binds you in this relationship. I'm going to look at the shadow side, the light side, the good side, the bad side. And see if there's any secrets that this person is particularly hiding, if there's something that we need to know, and also what's the best way forward. Now, the oracle cards that you get, Scorpio. They're all quite bendy and yoga-ish, which is weird, so maybe you're into yoga, I don't know. Flexible. This is just telling you to think neither one way or the other, okay? Not to be too rigid on one point of view or the other, to be open-minded about it. Doesn't mean you have to accept any BS or bad behaviour from anyone, just be open-minded about things. Again, we get a leg up. This is about a little bit of luck. So if you're wanting to bump into this person, that could happen. It can also be advice from a friend, or coming across a website where you find out something you really need to know, or seeing something on social media, or somebody helping you. It's nice, it's just a bit of luck. And then we get yin, which is the universe telling you to be in your feminine energy. Now, your feminine energy is that Queen of Cups energy. The energy of, it's what Scorpios do really well. It's just keeping quiet, massive amounts of observation, and then processing it internally until it kind of comes up with some kind of wisdom for you, Scorpio. I feel like, I'm just taking an animal oracle card for you. I feel like you have the answers. I feel like you always had the answers. Now and again, you have moments of doubt. And also I do feel that the chemistry with this person is very top notch, like it's 11 out of 10. And that sometimes can take away your ability to get a proper perspective on things. The animal oracle card you get is groundedness. The armadillo. Now, the armadillo also has quite thick skin, I think. This is to do with your boundaries. You need to have really good boundaries around this person. I think you may have a history of not always being able to access your boundaries around this person. Maybe because of the chemistry, maybe just because of the way it is between you, maybe because the connection is just really, really strong, which it is. It feels like you have trouble establishing where you end and they begin. And I don't think that they help you with that particularly, okay? So it'll be very interesting to know with this Knight of Swords energy, when they come in with something, what it is that they're going to say, okay? Study what they have to say very carefully. Observe it as a Scorpio. There's no need, Scorpio, for you to react too quickly, to say anything too quickly, to reply too quickly. Just be the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is not the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is rushing. You know, he's got something to say, a task to complete, something to say to somebody, he's going to deliver it. Queen of Cups is just not getting off a throne for anyone. It's just like, yeah, it's nice here by the sea, you know, my feet are kind of blending in. I like all the shells and the fish bob up to see me. It's what us water signs are like, you know. That is going to get you the answers you need to make the choice, which is that Lovers card. Scorpio, gosh, I am going to go and do the extended now. The link is below in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.